Hello. Sorry for being late. Kind of got off late and then had to get gas and traffic was bad. So, yeah, wonderful. And I guess I'm tired. There's nothing new though. Still loading SFM though. Oh yeah, since that's all we're good. Journal. Twitter. Alright. I really do gotta split up this file sometime though. And I finally went and got rid of that, or moved to a new operating system, or my operating system, a new drive. So instead of running at like 500 kilobytes free, I'm running at 386 gigs free. Still an SSD, and actually this one's faster. So I originally got the SSD because I was gonna put SFM on it and see if I could run it like on a solo on its own SSD, but I never got around to it because I've been so afraid of moving all of SFM to another drive like that, and having something like lose connection or not work and have a lot of work go away or have to rework to put it back. So I was like, whatever, I'll just make my OS on that one, and we're good. Okay, we're loading a map. Almost there. Holy crap, Terraria has an update coming. That's actually kind of awesome. If you ever played Terraria, it's like 2D Minecraft. Actually, it's basically exactly 2D Minecraft, but with better combat. Oh, it is a lot of fun. It's just lost support for a while. Oh, to change the shots color, it's actually, I realized I never changed these the right color. Changing the shot color is easy, and I use it for, being able to distinguish progress on a shot. If you right click a shot and go to edit clip, there's actually a couple things here in these first three that are pretty useful. Clip name is the actual name of this clip, so that's shot 4. For the Full Metal video, I actually named all the shots, so I knew what each piece was, especially early on when I had no idea what part was what until things started coming together. The clip text is what gives this under text here underneath it, and actually if you go to the very start of a shot, it doesn't pop up in render. It's only when you're playing through. It'll actually give you the text on the screen here. That really comes in handy because if there's details about that shot that you want to remember, like in this one, there's 2 different cameras, so I have to remember to render this one twice, so it's a dual render. Or if I have a lot of map changes, I would list the map that one's supposed to use. I forgot what button you hold, but there's something you can do in scroll, and it will actually increase the vertical height of these, and that can come in handy if you have a lot of text. But so you can just add a whole bunch of that. But otherwise, obviously, then edit clip color is there we go. I usually, you can change it to anything you want. You can have white, black, whatever. It doesn't matter. And it does try to, I think, be smart with the text on how making it visible. But I always use it for being able to say which a shot, the status of a shot. So the base blue is not even started. Red is cameras started animating and just what do you call it? Not even keyframed, but sliding animation. These ones, so they have some walking because it's a walk cycle. I can load that in nice and easy. But like, see this one, they're actually animated a bit, so that's why it's yellow. And then green is basically saying this shot is completely done, besides potential very small refinements, but everything about it should be in its current way able to render and be done. So that it really comes in handy being able to color code things, but also naming and all that too. So this one I don't have much for the naming things, but you go to some of my other videos, yeah, I got a lot of all over the place. I didn't lower the bitrate when I opened the stream. Because last Tuesday I had the bitrate at like 3,000 or 3,500 or something because of I was showing stuff that was fast paced. But otherwise, normally I run it at 1,300, which is like 1.3, like 1/10 of what YouTube has for its average. But it's because, as far as I can tell, if everything on the screen here is not moving, like here, the sides are stationary a lot, it actually doesn't really matter because this is the only part that needs to move, and therefore you can have a low bitrate and still good quality. Plus, when you have a 4-hour video, it takes up a lot of space on your drive if you have it running at HD. I thought there was other things you could do to set a clip. Set time scale. Oh, that you can actually cause these things. You can, like you see here, it says 1.0. You can actually go into edit clip and change the time scale to make it so that that shot is moving like twice as fast. That kind of is useful and kind of not. You may think, well, I can just grab all the animation and make it faster. Yeah, but you can also, it does the time scale for everything, so even particles in there then are set to a higher time scale. So if you like the way that they are at that speed and you want to speed it up, you can use that. I'm not sure what bake time scale recursively is, and I'm afraid to click it. So a lot of these are the same ones you can get with audio. Like fade times, I haven't even, I don't know if it allows you to actually have the video fade out, but I prefer to use the tone map scale, because this allows you to actually, well, I need lighting on. Right, am I right? Oh, it's this camera, what? It allows you to make the actual map go dark, and it actually, the way it does it, has it go dark is kind of a more natural way. Hello. Oh yeah, that was a change. I was like, what does that look for? I don't think there's anything else in here that's... Oh, I'm still trying to figure out what this thing is. You can actually zoom in, and you can actually like change the timing on specific elements on the video. I thought maybe that's like how long it holds those in RAM. And so I thought, well, but if I decrease those to be within that range, and to see if that'll help for performance, and I never saw really a change. So I'm not sure what that is. To get out of that, it's just the up button. So I want to play around with that a little bit more to try to figure out what that actually is. If anybody actually knows what this screen is or how to utilize it, that'd be awesome, because otherwise it confuses me. So, other than that, that's the thing about the only thing I can think of in way of like straight up editing clips. I know you can. Oh, there was one thing actually I wanted to show you guys, because if you ever have changed, wanted to change your frame rate, but you notice that it kind of, like, if you change it now, like, you can render or go to like render settings. No, not render settings. Export movie. And under more options, you can go and do a force override. If you override the frame rate, it'll modify the whole file after a render. But if you actually change the frame rate beforehand, I did find if you, in the home session for Bedfear, I think it's under settings, and there's a render settings. Yeah, you can actually then go and change the actual frame rate here, and that will change it for the whole file. And I'm gonna do this here because I know people have run into this problem before. If you change it from like 24 to 30, you're gonna notice probably here. Yeah, Now everything is red. But when I originally saw everything go red like this, I was very confused. What that means is that there is frames or shots that are ending or starting in between frames because you moved where frame starts. So you can see here at this point, it's jumping to where the frame is, but you can see that these aren't matching up with it. So you can sometimes get like the frame blend where you get half frames going or rendering in between. The easiest way to fix that, if you're converting to a new frame rate, grab both of these, find the closest frame rate, and just grab the middle and wiggle so that they match up. And you just do that all the way across until it kind of fixes. Some of these require a little bit of playing, but I'm not going to go and do this for a whole thing. But I think that should have fixed it. There it goes. Okay, now it's legitimate red. So, just in case I want to reload it again, changing frame rate like that can destroy a lot of things. If you're not going to fix it, I'm not going to. So, but yeah, if you ever see it go red like that, that's what that means. Don't panic. Just go and fix it nice and easy. I had to do that with the Full Metal video, because originally it was in 24 and then I converted it to 30. 24 was useful because that's what the original was at, so it was really easy to get frame by frame, but then once I converted it, I made sure that I had to actually go through and fix it all. And then I had that converted to 60, so, but 60 to 30 is about the same anyway. Okay, enough rambling. If you have any other questions, though, feel free to ask. I don't mind answering questions. Otherwise, I just work on stuff. Da da. No, I am not doing. I don't take animation requests during a stream. Other than like stupid little things, because it takes time to do those. So, and usually the stupid little things are just somebody mentions something that sounds funny and I just go and make something from it. I really don't want to change that because it's just so funny. I still kind of feel like I need to change this camera though. Only thing I don't like about this motion right now is it feels like your eyes get yanked, because the focus initially is kind of still on Twilight here, especially when the motion itself brings the camera up. I'm tempted to take the camera. Oh, they already walk into the camera. They walk into the camera. I thought about making it start further back and then move forward, but walking into the camera is better. But I'd have her walking out of the camera, and so it would be the focus. I may just have to deal with it. Yes, there are children outside my window. No, there's a what do you call that? A pool 3 floors down from me, and so so you'll hear kids and planes. It's a good mix. Oh, a lot of times, like this stupid stuff, I don't render that as a poster. For one, it would be spoilers, and I try to keep like direct spoiler stuff like this. Well, even though I guess the faces themselves aren't really a spoiler, I try to limit that to what I put on DA. Usually, I only put big spoiler stuff on there, as long as it doesn't give away what's being done, doesn't give too much hint of what's being done, and or if it's really close to something coming out. Like I put the Full Metal one out. Otherwise, like the Twilight Magic one I put out because I did a test of it. I might as well. But this is just weird. So let me kind of skip there. Okay, it's just that shot. feel she's like whipping her head a bit too much there. Well, I'll get back to that shot in a second here. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to lock these. It's like just two around. Okay, it really can't. Is her head moving to the end there requires that she have. You know what? Screw this. Lock neck. That should fix it. Yes, it did. Haha. It had too much of a. Hold on. There we go. Too much of like a jolt movement there. So by locking the neck, I made sure that its movements wouldn't be affected by the body's movements while rounding. No, but I was trying to do with this shot, or this shot, was how the audio builds up. Right. It's mute that. And this last note there was when I wanted to have it turn to the door, because it wanted it, but because it was towards the beginning, so it allowed a few seconds for it to be a focus. And I kind of like the turn from this to this. It's giving each shot a point of reference. It's like from here to here, at least we know where the camera moved to in relation to the previous shot because of Twilight. And from here to here, you can see Celestia's face, and that's the point of reference from shot to shot. But trying to figure out how to continue that without having, if I can't do too fast of a camera movement because it's a slower song, I don't want to be zipping the camera around trying to get shots to work. Originally, I thought I had something like this. I could do it like that. I could do something like that. You never know until you try, so let's see what happens. Yes, that baby saw the ponies and was like, nah, 3D ponies, save me. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this cheaply. You know what? Nope, I'm gonna actually do this because I don't think it'll work if I don't. Okay, so. What direction is the camera going here? Left. So I'll keep it like that. I'm actually going to keep it the whole camera moving that whole time like that, and just use it to my advantage where Thing is, I've never actually looked at film theory. Okay, that's a little better. No, I've never actually looked up the film stuff. I just stuff that I like. I just know it's just an innate thing. Like I know when I need to try to change people's focus, misdirection, all that stuff. So I've read. I don't know. Just we watch enough movies, you just kind of learn. Okay, I kind of want to spread that out a little bit, like that. Ooh, that actually might work. I do kind of like that, but this shot when it was like this was okay because it actually showed everything. When it's restricted to this, it feels like it's so limited. Pain. Yes, it was a pain. So I'm thinking what I want to maybe do is start this camera back further until it gets to here. Ooh, I kind of just like that in general. Ooh. Yeah, I like that actually. The only thing I've ever thought about doing differently than basically that was to have this camera refuse to go down at first. For a small, I'm not gonna make Applejack wrapping. I already have a thing. I already made a clip of Pinkie Pie committing murder. Not here. She's killed Twilight. That's murder. I think. It's something. Don't ask his Pinky. That's other guy thing. Okay. Alright, we'll get rid of Chomp Chomp. Chop Chop. Anyways, a glob can be murder. Depends on how you look at it. see. So I think that should work. At least better than what I had. And the only thing I don't like about this is that the angles changes weird. And to me, personally, I feel like there's not enough focus put on to give an introduction to what's being shown. But this is the problem with music, is you kind of have to just do quick introductions and move on. But that's also what I liked about the fall radio play, was I was in the same boat with non-music, where I just had to do it, show what I could, and then move on. And I liked that, because I'm like, thank you. Otherwise, this video would be 18 minutes long. Oh, wrong clip. I kind of like that a bit more, because then at least you're focusing on an angle that's similar to the previous. It was just going from this to that angle just felt weird. It created that little bit of disconnect, like I was talking about, where you kind of lose track of yourself for a bit. No, it was. Hey, Hunker! Hi. No, 18 minutes would have been a long damn video. It took me long enough to make that as it was. Last thing I need to do is have the ability to make it that long. Yes, actually, I can show you that. I can show you a trick on what I did for Nightmare Moon instead on Luna's Banishment, because the main looks great. You can maybe make it work for pictures, but besides pictures, it's just a hassle. Let me just get this camera situated. Good enough. Okay. Alright, well, we will go work with the twilight that is still floating back here. Yes. Ah! 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 I've been good, Hunker. How are you enjoying the post-con depression? Mad Moon. Is that this one? I think so. And I'm gonna need the other one. The original. I think it's this one. Yes, because I already alphaed her out. So. Yeah, Hero's design was awesome, but it was a lot of work. So, and like remember he was doing a lot of keyframing and all that. And if you want to do that, that'll work, sure. But otherwise, okay. So, it was asked how to make main fix. All right. The reason I don't like this main is pretty obvious right here. It works great for map, but there's a lot of models that it just does not work right with. So you can see here, it's way too dark for the pillars. It ignores the lighting on some of this other stuff. It's just, I tried fixing it. I played with it forever, and no matter what I did, it just, I gave up. So, I ended up getting rid of it. So a lot of, like, to get rid of it, like, the way to just erase it completely is the same way that you get rid of any of them I showed before. So it's just with material overrides. Where's the main? Here. And then attribute fruit alpha, and then bam, main's gone. And actually, in the Full Metal video, her main is there, but like you can't see it because again, it does that invisible stuff. So, oh, Taco Tuesday's good, but you cheated. Burritos don't count. I had one yesterday though. Anybody kind of make bullet pointing models for me? Check on. It's more for OCs, but you can see. Anyways, I thought that there was a link on the group here. Or maybe it's more journals back. I'm not sure where the links are for it. If you check back on some journals, there was a link to, I think, people that were making OCs, and you might be able to reference the ones for like who's making OCs still, or making OCs, but then they could potentially do a model too. I just forgot how far back it is. Hey, look, it's me. We did a panel. I did that panel too. I'm not sure where it is. I guess I lost it. But if somebody else can find it, there was a list on here of people that would make models. But other than that, I mean, find the people that made other stuff similar and send them a note, really. But anyways, for the main here. So what I originally did was I removed the main on this, and this one I already went through on the original one and got rid of all the textures I didn't care about. This time I need to get rid of the tail though, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so this is actually the old Nightmare Moon model with their old main. So what I actually did on this was take and zero, not the zero, I don't want the zero, the main. Main actually have, oh, it's different rotations, that's why. So I'm just going to grab all of it except the head and zero that. Okay, just so I can get close. Oh, still got crumpled up. Oh, the jiggles are in their own group, that's why. Okay. Alright, so that gave her the old main, but it depends on what you want to do with it. For the Luna's Banishment video, I actually had taken the head that I had hidden here, and I had the hair actually like this instead. Because it allowed me to have it more blowy. So that's why if you actually look at it, this one's the smaller one. Yeah, you can actually see it's her old main actually made to be backwards, but that allowed me to it then created a more natural looking main that flowed backwards, and it looked way better in especially this shot. So, and then I just kind of added just my own little movements to it. I did have to keep moving it around to make it work like that too, though. Like, I had to resize things to make it so that it fit the neck better. I did a lot of playing with that main to make it work. But I like that a lot more. But if you want something blowing, that's probably going to be a better looking main for it. I think if you take here one, yeah, like that, straighten it out a little bit. If you want to keep it forward, you can still do that. So I mean, it's up to you how you want to use it. But they have a little more flexibility. So And I said before too, like if using overrides and whatever, you can put clothes from another model. Like, I'm trying to think of what's a pony that has clothes, but it's exclusive to only that model. I don't think I have any hidden ones I can't show. Oh, like, where is Twilight? Twilight Kirito. So I mean, if you say you liked this outfit but you wanted it on a different pony, that's really easy. Say I'm gonna make Rainbow Dash with this outfit. And this isn't in terms of just like this specific outfit, but you could retexture it. No, not that one. And make in so if the shape works, you can still retexture it and make it something else that's a bit different texture. But I'm just gonna take that, lock all the bones, except for wings, because that there are different types of wings, and the hair. Zero it so that they become the same pony, and then just hide everything on Twilight that you don't want. So I don't want her body. That sounded weird. We'll just go add an override for Alpha. And teeth. I don't want her teeth. I don't want her tongue. This is actually sounding really kinky. I don't want her eyelashes. Don't want her wings. Don't want her horn. We don't want... I like horn dash. Don't want her hair. Don't want her... Ah! Hair, and don't want her tail. Okay. Yeah, look at now we got Dash. The only issue you got to worry about is technically all her bones are visible. Not anymore. Or no, not anymore. So I think though if I move her head, yeah, still got Twilight's eyes in there. So, but I thought, because they're still locked to Twilight there. But you can play with the textures to hide that too. So as of right now, they still got Twilight's eyes. There we go. So, all right, that's just an easy way to swap stuff between models. But like I said, you can go in and just like find the texture for this and add any texture you want to it. It doesn't matter. You can make what you want of it. But then you get that choice. So don't think you're limited because one pony has an outfit and another one doesn't. You can easily just make it however you want. Though I think Twilight actually does work better as a Kirito. I don't know why. The character-wise she doesn't, but... The floating eyeball man. Okay, no, we're not going to do that. Alright, delete. Yeah, basically the software has, because of overrides and all that, you have a lot of control over stuff. It can get a little messy, but you have a lot of control. And that's why I added on, I can't do it on these because these are old model loads. But if you notice on here, I have a pony body group now that's different to Zappy's. I did this because if say I was only, like for the blackjack model, I was only using the legs from it. I don't want to care about any of these other bones. So I'm just going to grab everything that's not a visible thing. You only can do by group. So like I don't need the facial one, so I'm just gonna go hidden. Wings hidden, body hidden, face hidden. The problem was with this wasn't in a group. I couldn't hide it by itself because you can't hide specific bones. So I made a group for it so I could hide that. And then I think it was only the right front and left back, so I could hide these two. And then voila, the only thing that's visible on this entire model now are the leg bones, and the only ones that I have to worry about. So that's why I did it that way. I added that separate group so I can hide specific groups. Oh yeah, all those anime models Longsword made. That's the one you're linking, because it just says SFM ponies. Yes. Yeah, and he showed those all at MLP MSP too, because he's another local Minnesota person. Pretty cool guy. What's that white line? Ooh, yeah. Oh, no, that's okay. I can. That's underneath the map, but that's fine. Cause I forgot I have the black bars. There we go. As long as I don't actually show that they're floating. Oh, what floating ponies? Okay, so this one... The only thing I don't like about this shot right now is the lighting. And I'm missing some guards. Oh, I just had him hidden. Okay. And I think light... By way of lighting, are they okay? I'm gonna say yeah, because they're really not that... As long as they're there is the important thing. Are they the same lighting between these two shots, though? Yeah, they are. But the lighting on these guards in this shot sucks. How many of these guys are visible? These ones are not. At least I can delete them and nobody's going to notice. Same thing in this shot. How many of them are not noticed on the other side? This one, this one. Save processing if I don't have to worry about ponies in the background. Oh, did they show female guards? Well, this one I'm keeping. I don't want to have it be... The guards are supposed to be more of a prop than an actual thing. So that's why they're just going to basically stand there. Are they animated here, though? In any way? Yes, they are. But I'm going to playhead them so that they're not moving. See anything here? Sorry. Say light on that one's fine. I want to basically say that this one is about how I'm going to have it, but I don't want to do that until what is causing the light there? It's not really visible, but it is kind of... It's probably one of their... Yeah, one of their lights. There it is. Really, I can't hide it. Technically, the light's showing on the floor, but so minor that I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, I guess they did make female cards. When is that made? Oh. Oh, it's the old models, though. I don't know if they're the VNs. But to me, making the female version is pretty easy using the override, so I'm not worried about it. I mean, yeah, technically, I mean, you could. I like throwing little things in there. For instance, on this one. On the big massive shot here, oh god, missed it. I have, that's fine. There's Blackjack over here. Dr. Hooves. I think that might be Pip, but I don't think so. But it looked like Pip. Berry Punch. I even have me. I put over here. So I mean, there's some goofy things in there just as a funny reference. But after that, because I couldn't put all unique ponies because of memory issues, so there is repeats. So like this light blue pony is the same one as this one, it's the same as that one, it's the same as that one. It's 6 ponies, each of them having 2 different retextures, using overrides to make them look different, but it's still the same model. Therefore, memory only had to use 1 model instead of 2, so it created 6 models, creating 12 varieties, copied over I think like 10 times, so that they go all the way into the distance. So to do the lighting on these guys, I really don't want to go overboard with the lighting on the guards, especially down here because he's on like a darker area for it. What is hitting it? Oh, this is the angle. It was creating the light as it is. Apparently I'm going to have to deal with the ground anyway. Let's do it that way. You can't see that side of the pillar, so I'm not worried about it. Okay. Rim. Actually, guard rim 1. I have a reason for putting the number at the end. This could be. Oh, that's waist right. See something to separate that side of his body. What is causing that? I understand the camera. Something here has light from sewing. Aha, there's one. And two. Okay. That's better. Okay, so it's creating a rim, but really it's not rim, a highlight, but it's too thin. I almost have to make it a really strong and then just slap the intensity down. Like that? No. Like that? No. Maybe just make it yellow. I'm just gonna go with that for now because I want to make a main light for him. I didn't think I had to put this many, but oh well. Alright, later, Hugger. Okay, I want to keep his feet just a little darker. Gotta make this yellower. Probably should make the other ones yellow too. Oh no, the rim I'm gonna keep white. And the reason I'm keeping the feet dark is that it helps them blend with the ground. If I don't want them to like literally look like they're glowing on top of the ground. I want them to blend. So that should kind of work, but I think I want to pull this light around here a little more. Yeah, that helps it. That helps a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm going to copy these three, paste it, and now that's... Oh god, there's too many shadows. That'll work. No, by putting the numbers at the end, it allowed me to have an easy job with copying and pasting and keeping the numbers doing it for me. So just got to put this about in the same position. Okay, the main light here should be a little closer, so let me just grab all these. The map's made on a grid, so it's left. If I move it down and forward, it will follow the wall perfectly. And the next guy, do it too. There. I think those guards might need a little bit more lighting on their side so that they stand out. And actually, I think these guards, the lighting works, but I almost think they're too bright just because it brings too much focus to them. Oh, yeah, this map, I plan to release it afterwards, but I have to figure out how. There's a lot of resources in there, so they're scattered all over my hard drive, and they're all linked to it, so I gotta figure out how to get it all into one. Plus, the map itself... Well, for one, I can get... Why is this door showing? Technically, this door is not there. It's a hole-in-the-wall. These are loaded models. They're not actually in the map, because if I put them in the map, the lighting doesn't work right. The flags actually are part of the map, but I gotta fix them because they're a bit broken too. And these are literally holes in the walls with nothing back there. The map is made to be for my use, so that's why it's limited to the shots that I expected. But even here, I put all this detail into the ceiling, and I don't know if it's ever going to actually show in the video. I don't think so. No, as of right now, it doesn't show at all. But I can release those models afterwards, like the ones for the windows here, because then you can actually do it yourself. I gotta figure out what's causing that hole right there. All these ground things are just placed in there, and they won't be in the final for render. Yeah, I don't want to work on that one right now. I'm gonna mark it yellow just cause. Alright, I need to figure out what color did I do for this one. It's bothering me, they're different colors. 200, 150, that's why. I was off by 50 on both. I use those numbers because it's just more of a yellow. There. Well, it's good. It's good. It's great. Let's call that one. Blah. Just because I like working on things in a continuous bit. I'm gonna wipe this. Sorry. Is the door still showing on this too? Yes, it is. Don't need no door. Which flower pots are showing? Because there's really not that. Really, because of her main. Actually, with that blur, you're not going to notice there's any flower pots missing, so all the flower pots are gone. Are there flower pots in this one too? No. There's a door though. Go away, door. Well, that's a loaded question. What inspired me to work on SFM? Technically, the community itself, because it was like, I wanted to. I don't know. I just felt like I was reading a lot of fanfics early on, and it just was like, I'll lay out some art, and I'm like, I want to do something with this. Plus, when I started, I really didn't expect to go very long, but I had this one really cool comment. That's like still my favorite comment, and I've told him that. Because one of the first things I did was this one, which is a recreation of this picture, just in 3D. Because this dream is pretty awesome and fairly popular at 43,000 views. But I just love that picture. I thought it was just really cool. I love the art on it. So I went and made a 3D version of it, kind of. And that was like that was literally the first 3D thing that I animated with ponies ever. That was within the first week of me starting. He went and replied, and there was just something about his comment that that when you see somebody that was like a big name to you at the time, and it's like it just, I don't know, it really hit home. I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. So I decided to push more time into doing things, and I put this GIF up on February 28th, and it was literally the next day. So yeah, I thought that was really cool, and that's what really pushed me to try to make something of it instead of just a month or two hobby. Yes, it was. Yeah, so it was knife. And I believe I told him that too, though. Die. But since then, the motivation has been to, like, I don't know, just like all you guys, like the people that watch and leave awesome comments and like go to the conventions and people that are all excited, see new content and all that. I don't know. There's something about that. There's an energy to that is just kind of an addiction. So many kids. Ah. Get up, Popeye. You have no idea how many gags I have on this video. Well, Zippity's been here to see some of it, but I have a lot of gags throughout this video that I randomly forget about. Okay, I have to make her move at least a little bit. So I'm gonna have the neck pull back. The head go down. Oh, thanks, Dazian. that's actually a pretty awesome comment. I try. The who. No, actually, for the who would you be at from the main six, I don't think that's a question that can really be answered because I like being me, so I don't, I wouldn't want to be anybody but me. Oh yeah. That's head and neck and face. No, I like RD, but really, if I had to answer the question, RD would not be somebody I'd want to be because it's somebody I like, but it's not somebody that it's more I'd relate to them on a friend level, not a personal level. So I'm not the athlete type. I'll round out this. She kind of hits the top of her head bit and stops suddenly. Okay, and then when she's moving into her position from here to here. The head, no, not like that. The head dropped down just a little bit. It's not really a blink-worthy move, but I think that it might work to have the eyes blink here. Oops. I've got to go through and fix my mouse's spring. It's not... Oh my god, I forgot to zero again. There we go. There, I like that more. I think with the eyes, I'm gonna have it be up a little bit more like that. Actually, I don't know if I'm gonna have it become that way. Favorite soundtrack? You guys are making this like a Q&A. If you're talking about like favorite song from the series, All Fly is probably my favorite. I probably listen to it the most. It's fairly new, but I can't help it. It's, well, for one, it has Best Pony. But put in that is just an awesome overall song. Other than the terrorism that they are promoting in children. Yeah, if it ever came down to like, that's what like, and LOE, I always choose a Pegasus too, because flying is awesome. I don't care about magic or being able to grow trees. I like having wings. I do like it close like that. It's very minor on her side, but it is something I feel is important. I think in terms of Twilight, I might be good on that. So now it's just doing Celestia or it's just head and neck, I believe. Kind of. I do probably want to move her chest to a little bit, just because if I don't, it's her regalia is gonna be. It looks like metallic and stuck in place. I want to make it look like her. That's moving with her neck, and that's the chest too. And they're gonna keep. Why is one locked but not the other? Oh. Just because of clipping. Okay, that should work. Again, I'm going to lock. Oh, the neck is already locked. Good. Spaceballs is amazing. I've seen that movie at least 7 times. I think I even have it like torrented. I own it and I torrented it as well. Yep. Spaceballs. I've had that for years though. I don't torrent anymore. Wait, did I have bump maps on this thing? Oh, they are. I forgot I did that. To give a little bit more of the 3D lighting effect. Though I technically should like up the quality of the bump map. It's kind of crappy. But it gives a little bit more definition, which I like. I wish I could make that shinier, but what do you do? Eyes change right here. think I can get the eyes much lower than they are. Oh no, I can't. Good. Down, and then I want to be a little bit more to the right, so they come into that position. Not quite that much, though. Actually, it kind of works just the way they are. Kind of. I mean, I can make things, I can make them look metallic, but I can't do like realistic reflections. To do realistic reflections, I have to do it. I have to add it to the actual map file to do it, and it's only for stationary objects. And even then, it's like literally a flat reflection, and it can't be rounded in any way. It's a game engine. It's not made to do that stuff. But it's because of the fact that I can't do stuff like that my render times aren't 80 minutes per frame. That's why, I mean, yeah, you could do a lot better quality on some other type of software, but the fact that I would not be able to do quick test renders, the fact that it would be super long time to do anything, yeah, I'm happy with the way things are, really. There's drawbacks, but it comes with benefits as well. I mean, by comparison, I think I've done this before. The most intensive video I've ever done, the Fallout video wasn't. Lightbringer was probably it. No. Whoa, what was that one part? No, Lightbringer's probably still it. It had been pretty close. Oh, there we go. That's the intro. This render took so long I had to split it into pieces. So this is the frame time in seconds. So it started. These were only 8. Yeah, these were at its worst 8 seconds per frame, which sounds like a really short time. But I had to drop it to 16 quality. Normally I run at 64, and every time you up it, it doubles the time. So at 64, it was 4 times that, so which means each frame would have been 32 seconds, I think. Yeah, 32 seconds. And when you're rendering out, how long is this? 3,000 frames. So say, where's my calculator? Calculator. So, what was that? So we're gonna say, let's say it's 30 seconds. Times 3,000 frames is 90,000 seconds divided by 60, so that's 1,500 minutes divided by 60, so 25 hours. And originally I started it at 128, and it said I was going to take 60 something hours. I was like, nope. So, but that quality at 16, you can start noticing the poorer quality. A lot of, I don't know if I can probably get an example here. Yeah, you can kind of see a little bit here. It's lined in the distance with the depth of field isn't as high of quality as it could be. So that's why I like the running an SFM. If you can make good lighting as long as you are willing to manually create realistic lighting, but at a much lower render time. Stop with your main flopping forward. Here I plan to actually make her main stay forward instead of turning with her head, which is easy enough to do. It's just like have front. And wait. Like that. Less distracting if it stays forward. What do you mean in SFM per session? Like per video or like for the per time of working on something, per stream? Oh god, what happened to your main? I broke your main. There we go. Fixed. But it, like, I think that last where's everything is stored on here. The Full Metal one, actually, the credits are what took a while for that one. That's end. Yeah, that one was 34 seconds. Yeah, that was 34 seconds per frame. Depending on the shot. I think it was towards the end. There was no, I didn't really get that intensive. It was in the first few. It just right here. It just was like it was 2 frames per minute, but I was also at 256 128 for quality. For the purpose of there was a lot. The aperture was set to 4 times as maximum. And motion blur there's a lot of fast movement, so I wanted them higher. So that's why. I kind of want to give her a little extra motion here, but I want to make it very subtle because it's just kind of like the side glance that she does. Maybe just a teeny turn. Oh wow, it's just destroying your head, isn't it? Just grab rotation then. Is something locked here still? Yeah, neck is still locked. Maybe that's doing it. Nope, that's just doing it. Destroying it anyway. Rotation only. Ah, perfect. Something very minor, but then I want to have her dip just a teeny bit. This isn't destroying everything, is it? A little bit. Because the locks I did, and stuff, I have to... If I keep position in there, it destroys some of the position changes. So I just grab rotation only. Just a teeny forward. I do not have... Actually, what I thought it was at like 44... 4,400, yay! No life. Well, do know that 4,400 hours does involve render times. So when you see these render times, that you can see the best way to figure out how long this took is right here. So this render started at 12:30 a.m. So this was on the 8th. So Monday. So I started on 12:30 in the morning. It finished at 6:57 p.m. No, that's a different date. Oh, I think I only did part of it re-rendered. Let me double check. So that actually might not work very well for time. Oh yeah, okay, these first... I extended the beginning, so that's why that time is off. Okay. Alright, so in general... There we go. Started at 9:36 p.m. on 6/7. These were broken up somehow. Bad example. Hold on. What's one that went straight through? Oh, I like this one. Hold on. Massive Shot. 5:27, 12:34 a.m. Finished 5:20. That date's wrong. This render took 16 hours. That's probably going to be the one with the time that's going to be hilarious. No, not really. Actually, at 20 seconds per frame. Because that one was like stupid how long some of those, how many ponies were in those shots. And that's a 64. I mean, I dropped the quality a lot for that. My computer did not want to run that many ponies. It was too many ponies for my computer to take. Okay, I always like doing a mouth open a little bit just as the head turns. Oh, that'd be... not eyes. Then. Trying to figure out how to make the eyes just a little bit more life to them there. There, because I made Twilight smirk a little bit when she does this, so I wanted to have it be that she kind of does a reassuring little grin, so Twilight gets her giddy grin, even though however many years have passed, she still is like, oh my god, Senpai noticed me. Still don't like this window here. Well, really, I don't like the way that the light hits her in general. Let me see. I gotta play with that again. I know I did once before, and then I was like, this sucks. But we will try again. Oh, mainly because to get the one to work, I couldn't get them to work on both. Let's see if I can just focus it on one pony instead of both. Okay. Okay. Paste. I don't even know what they're locked to. I'm pretty sure they're not even really moving. Oh, they're just moving with the models. Alright. Yeah, any of the main like movements that jiggle. The only reason it's jiggling right now is because it's still set to automate the movements, and when it enters the shot, it originally is in its default position, and then it jumps to the position that it's wanting to be in, especially if there's motion already present with a walk. Once the bones are baked, that motion might still be there, but you can then the bones are locked into position and you can edit them. So it's the same thing with like Fluttershy's mane. You'll see go crazy sometimes, like up in the air. When you actually go to render, you can easily go fix that. You might have to manually do her mane a little bit if you want to get it to look right, but you at least have that ability. One of the first videos I did, which one was it? What, did I move it to this folder or not? I might not have. No, if that one was moved, the other one has to be too. It was just that oh, it was a Gummies Party. This one. I didn't know about how to do that before. So originally when I was doing these renders, I was like, what is wrong with her mane? And it just wouldn't behave. Wow, this is old. It was like all over the place, and I almost didn't finish it because I couldn't control her mane. And then when somebody was like, oh, this is all you do to fix it, I was like, holy crap, you could what? I thought there was still one part where somebody's went crazy. But yeah. Oh god, what are you doing? Cancel. I went the wrong direction with this. So the main problem I have here is if I want to make it Celestial look good from this angle, this I would say looks pretty good. I don't like but actually, you know what? probably should just do... I want to keep that up. And the filter size will be increased. So I don't want sharp shadows. Sharp shadows are going to be if you have a point light, but the broader the light, in this case, the whole background, you want some kind of shadows, but nothing bright. But as soon as she's, yeah, this direction, that's what the problem is I have, is when she's not churned, she doesn't look that great, but as soon as she churns, then her face gets hit by that light, and it's like, bam. So I think what I might have to do is put this light down a bit, and out here a bit, like that. See, I can make this work now because it looks fine there, but from here to here, so these two spots, I'm going to have the light aimed up a little bit, and then it'll go down when she churns, so that it gets out of the way of the main light hitting her. So that actually should work out well then. And because the light itself isn't changing its position, you don't really notice the movement of her neck already is hiding the movement of the light. I don't like the way her eyes look fine here, but here they seem too bright. Is it an highlight for both of them? God damn it! I gotta stop doing that. I like having it per pony because it's so much easier and flexible to work with. So I'm gonna do that here too. So this is gonna be highlight. This is gonna be your rim. Highlight. I'll keep this together. Mainly, I just want to give it a little bit of. Well, probably should almost be at the light that's coming from behind. Like that. No, but here, Twilight is missing some light. Oh, I think the movement to the rim. I got rid of that a little bit. I'll track something else. A lot of it is I need to make sure that these tie together. So the lighting between these two shots. Right now, her eyes are way too bright in here. Depends on what you're looking for a tip in terms of the SSAO. That'll work. Yeah, that's a better balance. With SSAO, I used to change the values for it. I haven't really done that a lot lately. I don't know if I did it on this one or not. Yes, I did fix it up, modify it on these. Where's my sticky note? I have a pile of sticky notes sitting around here. I think I threw this one in the drawer. There you go. There you are. This is an old one. I'll type it in chat. It's 6.3. That's an average for what I use, but I've been using the same values over and over and over again for SSAO, and this goes. The three values go by way of bias, strength, and radius. So it's I up the bias, the bias a lot, increase the strength a little bit, and I think the radius just a little bit too. Without that, it is you can see this is how it looks like right now when I hit tab here. So this is what the rendered look. Look at this angle. That's how it looks rendered. But if I put the base values in here, this is what it would look like. And I don't like this because it creates these like dark areas instead of what you want to especially with the ponies, is create a cartoonishy effect. And so instead of keeping this nice flat rounding to it, I push the stuff to the edges. So that's what you get with this. So instead you get it's a lot smoother. There's not as many dark areas, but when they are, it's just black and whatever. So for the difference between the two. So it makes the dark area, these darker edges darker, the lighter areas lighter, and then just kind of smooths out the middle. So that's the values I use, and I like it. I still feel like her eyes are too bright here. But like I said, I've been playing around with I've seen people do pictures with it. So that's why I've been playing around with putting the lighting in the eye like that. It's like making a refraction, but manually. And I did that a bit on the chemistry one too, because like I think Celestia towards the end, or them here, that was put in there too. So you can see, since the light was coming from this direction, I put the lighting to be on this side of the eye and on this side of the iris. This side of the iris and the outside to show, like, give it a three-dimensional effect of the lighting coming in. Same coming from this side, the lighting was put on this side of the eye, and then on the inside of this side. So it looks like it's coming in and hitting their eye and actually reflecting off of there in a more realistic manner. Though that does mean that I had to manually point a very small light at his eye on that very spot, and then actually move it with the pupil. So it a lot of extra work, but the actual effect that you can get from it is pretty cool. I think, yeah, Celestia here, her eyes here had that light put in there a little bit. I thought there was a couple more shots where I did. I think I did with Nightmare Moon here too. Yeah. Nightmare Moon here, the same thing with the eyes to create a little bit of an edge. Even though that shot's like less than 1 second long. I don't think I did that with the eyes in this shot. No, that would have been not too much. Very flexible. It's looking like it could be put to like so many things, like, and then I pooped myself. Like some just like deep story about your soul. I like those looks. I just don't know if it's going to be something useful or if it's going to fit. If anything, I feel this camera should be constantly it's eerie feeling that's going to be move in and back up like that. Too much. Probably just space it out like this and make it work. We should try and shining armor. Oh, the light. You mean like the light beams? The light beams at the credits, because those are actually different. I don't like how this camera from here. Because I hate that it loses. As of right now, it has this line here, and that's the line that your eye is paying attention to. It's giving a third dimension. As soon as the camera goes up here and it cuts that line off, it gives you suddenly lose sense of direction, and I don't like that. Technically, I would almost rather have it where the camera was pointed further down like this then. At least like this, I would maintain the direction. So, yeah, there's a lot of thought that can go into things. The only thing I don't like about doing it this way is this creates a much larger dark area down here, but that could be offset by putting another volumetric light in front of this that would just cause it to be, this whole area to be yellowed instead of just this top area bit. Need for speed out there, I guess. Okay, so it's right here. There's a spot where it's not moving smooth. That'll work. Why am I working on this shot? I'm just jumping around. Okay, back to the other stuff. I'm so ADHD when it comes to stuff. That lighting on her is horrible. Oh, kind of. It does kind of make sense to have the lighting be like that. It just doesn't feel right. No, Dazzy, you asked a question about like showing Twy and shining armor with the light in the front of their faces. Were you referring to like the lighting at the very beginning, like at, where are we going here? At this thing? Ah, God, I don't know, Twy bot. Like on this, because it would technically the sun rays there are a model. They're not actually all the sun rays in this entire thing. Like these sun rays are not. They're not volumetric lights. It's something I kind of figured out last minute when it added to a lot of different shots. This is not a volumetric light. It creates a better effect if you do with the model, and that's the same thing here. That's why you can actually see some of this clipping here, because it's actually pieces of a model. But if you're careful and actually look, I was hoping the blur would get rid of it, but it does, I think, cut a little bit of it. You can actually see. Yeah, you can see right here it's brighter because I have a model of sunbeam showing down, and I just have them fade in and out. But I can't remember what those were called and what you gain. I thought they were from like Half-Life, and if that's the case, it's basically a free thing for everybody. Let me double check though. I know I just searched light Is it beam? No. Oh, they're still opening the models though. That's definitely not it. It might be TF2. Here it is. Yeah. Wait, no, not that one. I think it was this one. Well, that one might work better. But it was just this model. It interacts very, very strongly with light, so I had to play with the lighting positions to make it work. But let's take this, scale it down, something manageable. Oopsie. Pretty sure it's this one I used. Even if it's not, you kind of get an idea of what I did with it. Then I had overrides. Oops. 3 color. 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. So drastically drop down its brightness. So then if I wanted to, I could create like sunbeams here. That's this. Make them bigger. Yeah, look at sunbeams. But I'd be like, I want it to be yellower, so I'll just add, let's do 3 to that and 5 to that. There, now I got yellow. Wow, look at sunbeams. So it's really easy to do, and the reason I like these is that it creates in the God beam look, or where you have breaks in it instead of using the volumetric light, which you're going to require a harsh shadow to it, and it doesn't actually create any light. So by doing it that way, you can I think create almost better effects. But like in this case, I'd probably want this to be lower. It can't be shadowed then, so you got to kind of be careful with it. But like on this, voila, you got yourself some volumetric lights pretty easily. And actually, that has light rays SFM, so it's kind of made for it. Let me see, figure out what it's from. It's from Dota, actually. Big surprise. Dota has a lot of awesome stuff. If you haven't got Dota yet, ooh, look at those. If you don't have Dota, get Dota. And well, Dota, is it a buy game? I thought it was a free thing. But anyway, even if you know somebody, like I never bought it or got it or anything, I just know somebody that had it, and it was there with my family sharing. So I downloaded it, grabbed all the resources, and never played it. But they have some amazing resources, mainly because it's like Valve's latest game, technically. You have to extract them. There's a program called... one of my tools, I think, yes. GCFscape. I don't think it's going to really do much. GCFscape allows you to open up files you normally wouldn't be able to open. So, like, Let's go to common. Do I still have Dota installed? Yeah, I think so. So if you go into the Dota 2 beta, and then under any Dota or Valve game, the one once you're in the main folder, the name of the game is usually the one you want to go. So Dota, it has all these VPKs, which are they're everything's packed. That's why I think the file size, yeah, they're all about even. You find the one, I think it's the 0001, or is it directory? It might be directory. Yeah, you open up the directory one, or DIR, and voila, you can now see every model with your GCFscape. Now it's all accessible, and then you just have to go file, or what is it? It's like a dump button. I forgot what it was. Anyways, I think you can literally drag and drop it from here. So, you can see like I did. Yeah. In the game folder, I made a Dota folder and then dragged and dropped everything from here to there. And voila, you have yourself a Merry Christmas. That's why they look the same. So, except for I didn't drag camera. I don't know what camera is. Oh, there's text files, who cares? So, yes, the GCFscape allows you to open up some of those. The problem is the files themselves use a different... Normally, you're supposed to use Vertex lit generic. They use one called global lit generic, which is like a global light values that it uses. But if so you might have to go through and do a batch correction on the textures, or correct them one at a time based on what you need. But other than that, it should make it all work. So voila. Well, other than you have to go into the user mod and add Dota to the list. That's Doda there. Oh god, these things. Oh, the Dota particles. I mean, yeah, I have. I have some of the particle resources on DA that I have, the ones that I've made. But I don't have, like, I can't make the public Dota ones. That's technically from a game you have to get. And all my DA, I do have some. Like, I have the magic one, the lens flare. I think it's only 2 particles I have public. Yeah. I am tired, so don't bother my grammar. Nah. So I'm gonna get rid of those for now. But it does add a lot to the shot. So stuff like that I do plan to add in at the end. But that's last minute stuff. The shadows are stronger up there. Oh well. Still think it's moving a bit quick. Because you have to change scenes either on the beat or a good bit from the beat. Usually I've been doing half beats or full beats. I've been doing this with both selected. Should have been doing that to begin with. I might like that timing there. Yeah, that works better. The camera movement puts it in beat, so I'm fine with that. So. Oh, the mountain rails. Yeah. I believe they came with one on the workshop. Ooh, this is a pretty gun. The Gilded Glory. I'm gonna go with Mountain. Okay, there's a mountain model, but that's not it. No. I thought it came with a mountain map. Like some kind of a snow map that I got it, and I think the model, when you download the map, comes with it. GM Mountainside. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Yeah, because that's the mountains they use around the entire map. So look for that one. Oh, that's why I couldn't find it, because it's mountain without an I. Well, yes, this is broken. You didn't even spell it right. It's Mount Tan. Whatever. But yeah, I like those mountain models. I've been using a lot now for some cliff models that are located within Half-Life for some stuff. But the mountains will always hold a special place in my heart. I thought, actually, when I saw the gummy thing, that I thought of doing something related to that, but the gummy model doesn't have much of anything for movement, so I can't do much with him. He's very limited. And to me, that gummy speech reminded me of the paralyzed horse monologue from Bravest Warriors. I was waiting for it. I'm like, somebody's got a new plane. At least somebody's on top of it. I mean, what would we do without Plane Guy? Or guys? Well, the mountain name is, just search mountain without an I, and that should come up with it. Are they walking the same? Technically, no. I have to put them in sync. Oh no, because I already turned her head. Damn it. Getting this fixed is easy. Celestia. Kind of curious on one thing here. How is the focus on her? Normally, the main focus has to be just past or on the central bit. So up from here to here. Focus drop out. Stay on Celestia, and then from here to here, drop down to go to the door. And at that point, it's fine. Okay, so at this point, I want to keep the aperture probably a little higher. Damn it, then they're too out of focus. And I can't really animate the aperture. Even this, they're pretty out of focus. I can animate the aperture if it's changing fast enough. It's just that sometimes it doesn't blur with it correctly, and you get like this weird half blur, like refocus part way through. Okay, this looks like it'd be okay. A little lower though. I want to have them definable, but definitely out of focus to where what's going on here is the main. That should work. So they have definition so you can tell who's who without it being like this, where it's like just big blobs. I am not doing a female voice. My voice is... I feel like my voice is still recovering from last week or the other weekend's MLP MSP. I am not putting it at risk. The only thing I don't like about this shot right now is that this door doesn't feel like it has an oomph to it. It's nothing... It feels very bland. Because, like, on this shot, there's the light coming from the angle. It gives it this, like, cool definition. But on these shots, there is none of that. This shot needs that oomph. So there's right now lights aimed at the door. And that'd be if I shut them off completely. So I'm going to put it like that. So I'm going to lower it so it looks like it blends in more. And then I'm going to, this is the left one. So I'm going to go right one. I'm going to have this one go a little bit brighter. Have this one a little bit darker. I like it with the shadow. I don't like how it's hitting this. But the min's not going to fix it. This has volumetrics on it, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. That's it. But if I narrow this down so much to just hit that, not bad, but I like the way that it looks like this. Just don't like how it hits that wall. And I gotta be careful because as soon as I switch to this, I have to have the lighting be equivalent. I can't specify models per light, or like having, say, exclude models from lights. I think if I go like this, yeah. Now I'm hitting this, but at least it's actually giving it a nice lighting instead of not like the not good lighting, I guess. If I drop that down all the way. Cool definition doesn't fit with the surroundings or the previous shots. So I think I might keep it like that. I don't know whether or not that works the same on this shot. Because there is other things in this shot, so I need to make sure that they're not being affected by how I'm putting the lighting. And it does not look like it. So I consider that a success. like it more at that angle with those. Yeah, screw these lights. I want to copy. Go away. I want to copy this one just so I don't have to have it in there. They're gone forever. Unless I hit undo. I love that picture. If nobody gets the reference to, probably the people on YouTube would. In the Get in the Zone, Argo Zone, it was this fun picture made by Warhorse. I think that was funny. Get in the zone, Argo Zone. It made me lol. Okay, so when it comes back to the lock here, oh, it's only the copy in the one light. Let me try to go back here. Copy. Paste. I like the lighting there, but I'm going to I want to increase the contrast here, so I want to have this darker over here because I want to have this stand out more. So I'm probably even going to drop the actual lighting on the... Actually, I might put that up and drop the rights a little bit. Yeah, puts more of a focus on what I want it to. Perfect. I'm going to keep that rim light because it does add a nice little extra effect to it. So, perfect. No, you don't have to whisper it. You can say it to everybody. It does. You don't have to like just spell my name out. It highlights it, and I can see it. That's all that matters. No, how long does it take to make a video on average? I don't know. That is a very, very, very broad question because it depends. I mean, is the video 10 seconds long? Is it 8 minutes? Does that 8 minutes involve a lot of shots above the waist or below the waist or fight scenes? There, as soon as you show somebody interacting with the ground like feet, it's a lot harder because you have to be doing locks and whatever. But if it's above their waist, you can cheat a lot of it underneath. So it's hard to give a specific time. On average, I expect an hour per second of footage. So that's an average. I mean, I spent an entire weekend doing a 3-second bit, or not even 3 seconds, 1 second, or 1.5 seconds for the. I mean, Twilight at this part. That was an entire weekend just to have her do that. So, and even then, I had to go back and do some of the other editing for some of the other stuff here. So, it just depends on what it is that you're doing. I might call this shot good. Because all it is clean up on that. Or the refinements. And I used to say, like, do all the little cleanup stuff before and say that was not when it was done, but now I'm just saying, but it got the major stuff done, like all the motions and the idea of the shot done. Then I'll go back and do little extra head movements and eye movements and all that. And I go through a third pass. I really like the lighting there. That turned out way better. If anything, I might actually still drop down that on that side. Yeah, that's better. anything, I might even drop it further down. Hell, screw it. This one's just gone altogether on that shot. I gotta readjust the camera focus there too. I might have this drop actually lower and then go back up to her level instead, because I feel like Twilight kind of comes in late here. Or might do something like that. Though I might push Celestia forward for that. Yeah, I do like that motion. I'm gonna keep it. I just need to smooth it. That's still my favorite shot. I don't know what, something about it. I want to almost extend a little bit. But that might be almost too long for that shot here. I just feel like this is a kind of cool shot. But it might last too long. If anything, fading between them might work. The reason I had patience for doing that 1 second of video because it was a lot of stuff to do in 1 second. Because whether you're you're working on 1 second of video, but I was keyframing, and keyframing is just you're just working on basically a frame, no matter whether that it's 1 second, a quarter second, 1 frame, or 10 minutes between each one. So it basically I just filled in the gap for the motions that I wanted to do, and then just squeezed it into the 1 second. So it didn't really feel like I was working on 1 second. It just felt like I was working on a scene. In terms of favorite episodes, that's actually easy. Testing 1, 2, 3 is probably by far my favorite. Not just because it was a Twidash episode, which that does help a little bit, but the lesson that was learned in there was one that I really liked. Especially since when doing the SFM thing, and I get a lot of people asking questions, and they're like, "I can't do this," or "I've tried all this stuff and I'm not figuring it out this way." And a lot of the times I tell them it's not. You have to figure out your way to learn stuff. I like the way that I do things is the way it works for me. And the reason I do these streams so I can show people, because for a lot of people that's the way they learn, but not always. Everybody has their own way to learn things, and that's and it doesn't mean that you are bad at something if you can't learn it. It's just you haven't learned the way to learn it yet. So, so I thought that episode was really good with that. Plus, Dash on a stool was absolutely just hilarious. I might decrease the right one's lighting here. Yeah, just a little bit, but I'm going to pull it from the door. I want to... That should work. I want to get rid of the lighting here so that it builds up the more contrast for her. Otherwise, it's like this, and it kind of gets blended in a little bit. So I wanted to give it like, put it like that. That should work. If anything, maybe a little bit more. Oh, that pit right there is no matter what going to be a problem. I think that should work even better, though. Anything to make it so that she pops. I wanted her to pop. I wanted enough definition so that you could easily see what parts of her was, but enough blur so that this was the focus. Give her somber eyes? I can do that on this one. Depends on where Sombra is. Is it just Sombra? That was probably King Sombra. These people gotta be complicated. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. I copied that. I'm gonna have to get rid of it. Eyes named something different? Well, I've all left. Sombra. Sombra. Should have made her eyes green. This eyeball left. That's white. Eyeball evil. Aha! There we go. Okay. Fix that. Okay. Pupil left evil too, or is left? Oh, just left. Oops, that's not the right value. Oh, I broke it. She's like a kitty cat. What is this? Yeah. That was pretty funny. Dash is an amazing artist. Kitty cat Twilight. Oops. She's crazy. She's crazy. Works better with this little bit smaller pupil there. I'm tempted to do it like where up until this point you can't see her eyes, but like let me remove the override so that I can actually see this without the weirdness. I broke her eye apparently. Oh my god, what did I do to your eye, Twilight? I broke it. What did I do? Hold on, we will fix Twilight. You know how you fix Twilight? You kill the old Twilight and you bring in a new one. No, she's still broken. What did I do to you? Did I do something to her texture model? I don't think I did. No, I wasn't even in that folder. Uh-oh. Did I do that with all... Are all the Twilights broken? Yes. What did I do to Twilight? I don't know what I did at Twilight, but I think it's not overrides. I'm thinking that it's probably just going to need me just doing reload all. So for reload all could take a little bit. I'm good at breaking things. I'm just also pretty good at fixing them. If you give me an infinite period of time. Come on. There it goes. That's what I thought. It just, there was some kind of thing that was broken and I just had to reload everything and it just kind of covered it up. So I thought about doing it where as soon as like here, have the camera shift to a close-up. if that'll work though. Yeah, probably not. Especially with that kind of camera movement. I might be able to play with something like that later, but not right now. I kind of like just the quick jolt of the camera there. Just kind of curious how well if I put some detail into this, how it works. kind of get an idea of everything. I might change it right here to change it to like a close-up shot of like she's looking at her very weird of her horn like this, doing sparkles and stuff, and just kind of go a thing around it here, just for like a 1 second shot. Just to say, because that's what she's going to be doing there. It's supposed to be that she's starting to go all magic-y and stuff. So I thought that I need to put something there that would do magic. So I might as well focus on that to make it so that it's known that what she's doing here is important. The name Argo Damon came up because, for one, I used to have the name, was it RN Lincoln Park, which was like so edgy, and I was like, no, I need to get rid of that. So I tried a few other few names, but I hate numbers in names, and I hate going to a place and your name's taken. So I found a name that I wouldn't have to worry about it being taken, but it's from Elder Scrolls. It was because I was at the time playing as an Argonian in Elder Scrolls, and they were killing the daemons and something I was doing at the time. So I just slammed the two together. It looked good. I didn't care, and it sounded okay, so I was like, whatever. It still feels kind of edgy, but when I originally started doing this stuff, I thought about changing it to something that would be more pony related, but I'm like, I've had this YouTube for years, I've had this DA for years, why go and remake everything? So I said, screw it, I'll just keep it all the same and just use the same name. Looking pretty good so far. Got a lot of the lighting figured out, but these ones at least sort of figured out for how I want them to look. I still feel like these need to be extended a little bit. I'm just so short on time in there. And I could... That might be what I need to do. Yeah, I think I might need to retime that a bit. But otherwise, everything is looking pretty good. I really want to abuse fades in this, because if I do fades, I can allow two shots to have more time together. Like here, I could technically do a 2-second fade and allow an extra second in each shot. But, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. So, but testing fades is difficult because I'd have to do like 2 renders, check times. I might not. Yes, go Planes. Alright. But anyways, it is Tuesday, so like normal, it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to cut that out now. But I did get like 2 shots kind of half done. So I got more done than I was actually expecting. So next time I want to try to get like this shot figured out, and potentially this one. So maybe these two get into yellow on Friday. So, but that is for Friday. But anyways, yeah. But we are still back on schedule. I think I scheduled Friday's event, right? Yes. So 26th. Why do it again? Who's commenting? More yay! Yay! Okay, I agree. So, well, we will do it again then. But I'm not gonna plan anything for next week yet. So, but yeah. Otherwise, thanks for coming. Blah blah blah. Video stuff. You're all cool. You're all very cool. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye. Bye bye.